Well, good morning, everybody. We're over here at Five Field Farms, and actually here, I don't know if I can hold it up, but that's their banner. We're going to put that up there where the apples are going to be displayed. June, the owner, proprietor, well, her and her son together, they run it. We're up here on the deck of the bathrooms. You imagine this? Bathrooms right here. And yeah, not a bad office, you know. So this orchard right here is just a little tiny one. There's an orchard right through those trees right there. It's got over 2,000 apple trees in it. It's about 100 acres. And if you go right down here, right down below in the woods, there's, I forget if she said that was a 12-acre orchard down there, beyond them pine trees. And then over on the other side, there's another orchard, a small one. So, beautiful, beautiful place. And I said to Tom one day before he passed away, I said, boy, I said, that view, I says, worth a bunch. And he says, I said, don't pay the taxes, you know. But people come here to pick apples. I think it helps pay the taxes. But anyway, yeah, so this is June's operation. So this is Five Field Farms. They do cross-country skiing in the wintertime. And they've got all the stuff, mums, pumpkins. Beautiful place. You know, very welcoming operation. That's June leaving in the car. She didn't want to get filmed. Some people are funny. They get camera shy, but beautiful. They run the wood stove when it gets colder. And you can get Macoons, Cortlands, Macintosh, Paula Reds. I don't know what these here are. These are some more Honeycrisp. They've got all kinds of good apples all picked and ready to sell. So if you're ever in the area, stop in. They'd love to meet you. So this is the bin of Macintosh. She was gracious enough to donate them to the fair. So several $100s worth of apples, and we thank June and Five Field Farms. They used to fill this place right full. It was all big coolers in here. Nowadays they've got a small cooler, and the crop is actually leased out, I guess you'd call it. I don't know if that's the right term, but anyway, another orchard actually comes in and does the picking and buys the apples bulk that way, and saves them a lot of money, and they get paid good for the crop. So it all works out. Everybody's doing good. So anyway, I'm going to strap this down, and I'll see you when we get home. Well, that was a nice trip up to Five Field Farms. June Geiger treated us real well. So this is the rest of the stuff I got to do. Got to fix the arms for the bell saw, make a 16-foot 2-inch belt, which we'll just make it 16 feet. Water pump for the Super C needs to be changed. Take the plows off the Super C, haul the Super C to the fair, haul logs, and get some number 10 bolts for the mill. So not a big list, just that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to start off, I'll show you the arms. Yeah, so I went in, I just took a piece of scrap wood here. I cut a 10-degree angle on it. Gives me a 20-degree bend. And that's going to put us just about 2 inches of height. Do the same on this one. I'll mark this one over here at 10 degrees. This ain't quite wide enough to mark off, but I'll get a wider piece and cut it at 10 degrees. Use that for my scribe. I think it should be a real simple fix. Yeah, I don't think it'll be bad. I got some, yeah, what do we got here? Yeah, I'll find a piece here and we'll cut her at 10 degrees and make us a marking gauge. Well, both of these have been prepped. I just wanted to show you how much this is going to change it. This is the original configuration, 10 degrees worth of cut. Now this is, I don't know, I got to measure it in a minute. So, put that just like so, and it comes just about on the seam here. So it's going to be a good difference, about 2.5 inches probably. Which 2.5 inches will give me 1.5 inches back here, which is where I need the clearance. This one here, of course, is close to the same. This one was just barely touching, but it was touching enough I couldn't get full power on the belt. So I'll weld these up and show you what we get when we get done. So this is the new Lincoln welder I bought back here. It's Power MIG 260. Seems to weld pretty good. We'll show you here how this thing sets up. Pretty nice. I think it'll have a memory for what it was last on. We're welding 5/16 today. We'll see here what it says. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, set for 3/8. So what we do is we just turn it back a little bit. Oop, no, you gotta hit select first. Now, I spun it, there we go. Turn it back to 5/16 and hit select. Now it's set for 5/16. Steel, 35 thousandths. Right gas, 5/16. So it should be all set now. We'll see how it welds. It does it all itself. Kind of nice. And so far I haven't seen anything that I didn't like about the settings. I used to weld a lot with wire feedback, you know, on the old mechanical ones, and then I haven't had one for 15 years. And, well, needless to say, I bought this and my eyesight ain't as good as it used to be. So it's a little difficult for me to weld because I have a hard time seeing with the light that this produces. It's not as bright as a regular stick. But with a good channel, I should be able to see it. So we'll find out here. Don't laugh at my welding. But it does a pretty good job. I can see with a good deep trough. If I have a butt weld and just trying to go on the surface, I can't follow it. Have a hell of a time with it. I guess I did a little over weld there, but you can see it's getting good penetration. This doesn't have to hold much for pressure anyway. Probably most it'll ever see is 100 pounds. Yeah, you know, it's not a bad welded machine. I mean, the machine will weld better than I can. No question about it. So anyway, I'm not going to film the other one. I'm going to do the same to the other one. And actually, it looks like it might be pulling a little bit. I might have to slap that with a hammer. I'm going to do that real quick here. I'll be back. Can't run it too long, don't have any water in it. So luckily I only packed 50 feet to the door. Get off this old girl. Yeah, for some reason the generator won't generate, and it was this spring, so I'm gonna have to look that over. The wiring harness is shot on this, so anyway, I'll show you that. It's kind of interesting. So as you can see, right down the bare wire and bare wire over here, and you know, I got bare wires in there. I probably ought to make up a few, and I'm not worried about whether or not they're original fabric or not. Stuff that might start a fire or whatever, I'm gonna change out here before I take it up the fair. But this little honey right here is what we're after. It does leak. So we're after that water pump right there. So I don't know, we'll take off the generator just to get that out of the way. Only a couple of bolts, and we will see what we get into. Yeah, so this is from Steiner. Looks pretty good so far. They actually put the bolt in because you cannot get a bolt in there. So that's good. It's all sealed up. Got the right width pulley on it. So hopefully it's the right one. Comes with a gasket. Somewhere's over here there was a gasket right there. And wrapped in cosmoline pretty good. So pretty happy about that. So anyway, yeah. It separates right down in here on the back side. So we got to take, you know, this stuff all off, and we'll see how we do here in a minute. I'm going to take the generator off first, because like I say, I'm going to do these wires. I guess first thing I ought to do, I couldn't believe this battery actually started this out there. I was real surprised. Come on. Boy, it's awful to be getting old and not have strength in your fingers. There. Now we can do what we want. So yeah, we'll just undo the 2 wires, undo the adjuster. We'll take this right out of the way and look her over. I don't know why it's not generating. It might just have crud in here, I don't know. So I was afraid this was going to happen. The top bolt here is coming right out. This bottom one, which of course is in behind here, this is either seized right here or it's seized in the actual water pump. I'm going to get out some heat. It is to the point, I've got my wrenches doubled up, and I can tell it's not, no, that's going to break. I'm pretty sure it's twisting in the, yeah, the bolt is springing. So I'm pretty sure it's actually in the block where it's stuck, in the threads. Sometimes they swell up around the shank if they get enough rust, but this one I'm pretty sure is in here. So I'm gonna put a dose of heat right there, see if we can get lucky. So I've got it loose. That broke it loose. It's binding up, so I'm going back and forth. Probably no sense to put penetrating oil on it because by the time it got in there, I'll have it out. It's getting better every time. I'm not going to film the whole thing because there's nothing but back and forth. But actually, I think it might be starting to go here. Oh yeah, she's going to come right to it. Doesn't sound very good. It's kind of crispy in there, but the threads are coming. So that almost felt like it bound up. Yeah, gotta be careful with it. Work it a little bit. But I'll bring you back when I get this off. It's only 2 bolts. Well, this is where the drain goes, and I was gonna reuse it, but as you can see, I got a lot of corrosion. It still would work, but if it's got that much corrosion, I think I can do better. We'll get out my box of junk and see what I got. Well, I got this pile of junk here. I think this one here will work. It's used, but the threads look good. Had oil running in it, so it was probably some type of a hydraulic pipe. So it's in good shape. I'm gonna wire wheel it and we'll see if it's the same length. I think it is. Well, I should have had the camera going, but I didn't know how much I was gonna have to fight with this. I put the hose on the actual pump first, with both of the clamps up like that so they wouldn't fall off. And I went in up through here, dipped right down, and it slid right on beautiful. Then I put the gasket on after because I tried it before and it kept falling off. So now all I got to do is just let things slide back, start the 2 bolts, and we should be able to go right on here. We'll see how it goes. Let's see, I gotta move. Gotta move that. We need to move this fan belt out a little bit, because that's kind of in the way. Come on, there we go. Got that in. I don't know if that started that quick and easy or not. It felt like it did, but it's kind of caught a little bit now. There we go. Yeah, I think that one started. That right there's the spot. This bottom here is kind of a pain in the ass because not much of wrench room here, but I think it started. Yeah, it did. So we're golden now. We got the bottom one started. We will snug that up. I took the drain plug out of the bottom and put that 3/8 pipe in. Well, I tapped it to clean it out because they had some wicked, like, Loctite thread sealer on it. And I ran a tap through to get that out. 3/8 pipe it is. And after I get this all tightened up, I'll put that pipe in the bottom for the drain. Originally, let's see if we can get a box on that yet. Oh yeah, sure. These new ones are made a little thicker in the cast, and you can't get a boxed end around that. That's typical. So anyway, we'll keep going. I might have to ruin a wrench and grind the boxed end real thin to get around it. But before we go any more here, let's see if the top will go in good. Make sure everything's started. Feels like stuff is going. Okay, that's just snug. I don't want to go up very tight with it and pinch it off. I want to get this thing to come in level. So I'm probably going to have to frig with this other bolt a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have trouble here for sure, because you cannot get that boxed end around that. As you can see, it's pretty tight there. I don't know if it's on the back. I guess it's on that back edge right there, where you can't get into it. You know, if you knew it was going to be like that and this thing wasn't assembled, you could run a milling machine in there, you know, a cutter, and give yourself some clearance. But anyway, I got to go modify a wrench. I'll be back. Yeah, I had to grind one real thin to get it on the top, and then with an angled one, I got it in. It's a son of a bitch because they did not give you enough room in the casting. But that being said, it's on, it lines up, so I think we're going to be good. I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to change these wires, and because they kind of make me nervous, and be back in a little while. We'll be ready to put this generator on. Well, I just wanted to show you there. When I started this out there, it didn't charge, and it always did charge, but you know, you look at all the corrosion on that. All the corrosion here. Yeah, definitely needs to be cleaned up. I'll take some sandpaper to that and make some new wires, and I'll probably take these off and shine these up too, because stuff will not charge if it doesn't get good contact. So I'll be back in a while. I've been probably 10 minutes here sanding on that. You can see it's nice and shiny. And you can see the other one, I've got about a quarter of it done. Oh geez. I let somebody up at the fair, it needs to be let in. So I got a bunch of stuff on the truck already to go up. So I need to go up anyway. So I guess we're gonna ride to Freiburg Fair. This will get done later. Well, that's what it ended up like. Got my new wiring, got all the corrosion gone everywhere. Belt's pretty tight. Got the fan belt tight. This has got antifreeze in it. First time I've ever put antifreeze in this since it was brand new. This tractor's always just had straight water in it. My father always said, why put antifreeze in it? It costs money. He says you can just drain the water and put new in the spring. Well, he's right to a certain point, but you know, I put antifreeze in it. Up at the fair, it's gonna go down below freezing tonight. And usually up at Freiburg Fair, it goes below freezing several nights. I didn't want to have to frig with it. So anyway, she's full of antifreeze. We'll see how she works that way. I've got the plow bolts that carry the front of the plows all loosened. I'm not going to take it off tonight. It's after dark. No sense to fumble out there and get hurt. Got this here all loose, so I can just pull that in the morning. So I'll back out, dump that off, loosen them 4 bolts, take the plow lift off. That's all got to come off. I got to put my pulley on because we're going to run a hay press with us. So anyway, we'll, I don't know if it's got battery juice enough in it because the battery wasn't charging right. We'll see if it'll start, whether it'll charge now. It may and it may not. See what it does. Probably ain't gonna go. Nope. Charging. Got oil pressure down there. Yeah, it runs pretty sweet. Yeah, it makes me pretty happy because when I drove it in, it wasn't charging. Between the fan belts being loose and all the corrosion I found and the bad wires. So, yeah, it's still charging even at an idle. That's good. So, anyway, I think this is a win. That's going to be it, guys, for today. Shut that off. I don't want to get asphyxiated in the building here. Yeah, so anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Kind of a quick one. I was going to change the oil. I checked the oil. It comes out clean as a whistle. It's only got 10 hours running time on it. I'm not going to change it. I just topped it off. And other than getting the plows and getting the pulley on, she's ready to go. So anyway, I don't know what my next video is going to be, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. Keep safe, everybody. And don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And we'll see you on the next one.